Another Battlefield 5, what the hell, it's still alpha gameplay and it's still the same map. So, as you might have heard already, as I told you in a previous video, we get a second alpha. And to be honest, they didn't really change a lot. So in case you didn't make it in this time, and in case you still want to get in, just watch my old how to get into the alpha video. It's still pretty much the same. They're random keys and you can also get some keys on Twitter from the devs, and that's pretty much it. But anyhow, if you cannot play it, I will let you now know what you're missing out on. So if you've watched all the previous Battlefield 5 alpha videos, you're pretty much on the same page as before. So currently, from what I've experienced in this new version of the alpha, it is that it's not really much of a new version. There's the test of the new TTK, which I do like. I think it actually makes the gameplay better in many ways. Because, for example, now tapping with something like the STG is actually a valuable tactic instead of just going spray and pray full time, all time. So that's something I really like in general. I think it gives the flow of the game and really makes it nicer, especially... I mean, I know that lower TTK is kind of encouraging you to be more precise with your positioning and stuff like that. However... like, for example, in Counter-Strike, that makes a lot of sense. It's 5 versus 5, right? And you're having the same spots, you know where people are coming from. And I mean, in Battlefield, you know somewhat where people are coming from. But let's be honest, if you're on a hill and there's the other team and they're on a hill, and then 32 people are coming from one side and 32 people coming from the other side, it's kind of hard to really have positioning to a degree where you're able to properly anticipate the movement of that many players at the same time, especially if there are vehicles, there's stuff flying around, there are explosions everywhere and all of that stuff. So I do think that the new TTK actually is better. So from that point of view of the alpha, good job, really like it. Keep doing that, guys, pretty good. Also, don't mind the gameplay in the background too much, because that's something that I was concerned with this time around. Last time it was running like a charm. This time, however, the game is not running at all well for me. So I usually, like last time, I was always above 100 FPS. This time around I'm dropping down to the 60s sometimes. And there were also a couple of server issues, meaning that there was some rubber lag, like rubber banding, just very small but consistent lag, which makes for an consistent, inconsistent gameplay experience, if you get what I mean. So that wasn't too great, but they got it fixed for the most part, so that was really only when they were like bringing up the servers and people were starting to play and all of that stuff. And like when I played there, I was like, oh my god, no, it's unplayable, you can't do it like this. But now it actually works fine for the most part. Sometimes you're still getting like a 6 server, is what I like to call it, where the performance still is kind of wonky, but in general it feels a little worse. So from just the FPS in general, not sure what they did, if they are now forcing DirectX 12, even though it is turned off. Like the pre-rendered frames, you still cannot turn it off in the options. So I'm not sure if the options that you choose are actually all, like if they're actually all doing what they're supposed to show and stuff like that. So I guess we have to wait and see until the beta actually comes out, because we finally want to get a beta. the beta, where is it? We want to have different maps, we want to have like different anything, just more. Show us the game, guys, please. So yeah, this second alpha is nice, especially if you're craving to play it again more, because it actually is a lot of fun and it's definitely enjoyable. And the new TTK, as I said before, I think makes the game a lot more enjoyable in many gameplay aspect kind of ways. So I think that's a cool thing that I did that, and I hope that they're actually considering to keep the TTK as it is right now, so that it's taken longer, not as fast. That's pretty cool in my opinion. Anyhow, I think this pretty much wraps it up for this video. So there's not much difference. Again, the TTK changes, I think for the most part, is what they're testing out right now. And then maybe some like server end stuff, because they had issues with the servers and performance also seems to be a little bit wonky here and there. So I guess it's really just technical stuff that they're checking out right now. But yeah, as I said before, I think it's pretty much for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something about the alpha, and I hope we will finally get a beta soon. But that's pretty much all for now. Once again, I've said it the 3rd time now, and luckySkillFaker out.